Everyone, welcome back to the class 4. So in this class we will start working on CSS. Before learning the CSS, I will let you know, rewind the previous class what we have learned. So in the previous class we have learned about the tags of image tag, anchor tag, audio tag, and also the form elements along with the iframe tag and semantic tags. Where in semantic tags we have so many lists like nav tag, header tag, and also we have done the examples of header along with the nav with inside that anchor tag, and also we have given idea of the footer tab and main tag along with the figure tags. So these are the few most important semantic tags which we will use for the accessibility and the HTML5. So apart from that, in the previous video we have learned that in source when we are giving the URL, we are not receiving it in the browser. That the one reason which I have told you in the previous class is that the browser will not give the HTML4 elements, where iframe will giving it that reloading of that browser will not be existing. And another restriction we will have is due to the restriction where we can see here the error that the URL which we have given in the iframe, it violates or have the content security policy. So based upon the policy also of the website, it will get it. So I have taken one example of a maps. Apart from Google Maps, we have so many maps, like in mostly in Uber, or else in the Uber, or else in the Rapido, we will use this map which is called OpenStreetMap. So OpenStreetMap is same like a Google Maps, which is a different company. So we will see that right now. So as you can see now, this is the OpenStreetMap which I have given in the iframe. For example, and if you want to increase the width of this one, you can give the width and height also. So width of 500 and height of 500. So you can see the iframe width and height is increased, and when you close this you can see this is the height. And so this is the most we will use in the abroad apart from India in Open Maps. Because it's a free source apart from Google. And coming to iframe, we can check any other website, not only the maps. For example, let's take our training institute which is Swhizz Technologies. Let's go to the Swhizz Technologies and a home page, and this is the contact URL where we will grab that URL and keep it here. So once we can check it here, see here the Swhizz Technologies which is same like this one. So you can see the Swhizz Technologies also same like what we are seeing in the real website. Simply iframe, as I said to you before, copying exacting framing that path of the type website inside this original website what we are developing. Nothing more than that, which is iframe. We will use it mostly in the contact us page, and else in the showing our website as a demo, or else in the YouTube's videos sharing that one we will use the iframe, which we will explain everything in the mini project which is coming after this CSS session. So in this class, let's create another file with class underscore 04.html. so here we will learn about CSS properties. So in this class we will learn about the CSS properties. I will list out everything what we are going to learn in this session with the properties, so that you can understand all the stuff. For example, I will show you the things what we are going to learn. Background color and color, and after that you will, and border styles, all styles you will learn. And we will learn about the border width, border radius, and border color. and margin, padding, width, height, and also what is box model. Along with that, as you have learned already here, text. Okay, so these are the properties we will learn now in this class. So first of all, let's go with an basic structure so that we will use same thing in everywhere. So let's create a div element. Inside that I will create an image, or else let's create a h2 tag. Make sure it should be in the small h. Okay, so h2 tag, and welcome to Swhizz Technologies, and here we will use a order list for showing the list of courses. Before that, you can give a small heading like h5 training courses list. So in the order list, as I said, because we have to give LIs, and let's copy, paste it. So make sure the code is in an easier and prettier way. For that, you can use the extension called prettier. So this is an extension where we will format the code and easy will be understand. For example, even though I have given like this, if I use Ctrl A and go the format document with, and you will get a prettier code. See, everything is in the structured format. That is how prettier code we can use it in the lives, in the real-time development everywhere. For example, as you can see, this is somewhat clumsy, right? So I will use it, format document with prettier. See, this is the format which is given, easy format. Means the look and feel of this one will be nice, so that you can go ahead and develop the code and study the code, everything. So let's go with the session. MERN stack, Salesforce, DevOps, and whatever we can learn about here, administration. So these are the 4 courses. Let's assume a training given in the HTML. So when you go for UI part, let's run this port. So you have to suspend the previous port and run this port. So this is the thing. So as you can see in the inspect, it's in the container of the div, right? But you are not able to see the container here or any background color or anyone. So there we can write, we can give the stylings from now onwards to get the integration with HTML and CSS. So where HTML and CSS are, as I said you before, HTML is for the skeleton of the website and CSS is for the styling of the skeleton structure what we are giving. Same like any what I can say. For example, let me show you, and one paint thing. See, for example, this is a website, and here you have given logo, and here you have given user ID, password, login, and this is a form for login sign. Okay, so to give these colors, whatever color you needed it. So for whatever color, if for example you need this color, or else you need this one here, any color in the website page, whatever you need it will be given with the help of CSS only. So, and CSS means is nothing but cascading style sheet. So means styling the exact sheet which we are giving it. So basically linking the CSS with HTML will be of three types. Okay, first one will be internal, second one will be external, and third one will be inline. So mostly we will concentrate on the external because every HTML file will have the style sheets of separately, because for example, see in the class 3 I have written the styles in the here. Right now I have given a small form and everything. Okay, what about in case I have here thousands of elements and here I hundreds of styles? It will be, this HTML file will be like not 69, it will be like 1000 or 5000 or 6000 lines. So the developer cannot study, right? Output will be the same, but the to study the code or to execute or support the existing project, everything we have to study, right? For that only we will give the external thing, where we will use the, instead of, this is called internal, which is the internal style sheets. Okay, and in the class 1, if I am not wrong, I have given you the session, not class 1, I think class 2. Yeah, this is the internal one, sorry, inline styling, where I will give everything inside the tag itself, which is called inline styling. Inline styling, inside the tag only you will give the styles, but in internal you will give inside the style tag, where it will be in the head tag. That is the another one. And now we are going into external stuff, which is most important for linking the styles. Okay, so for external we have to just simply write a link tag, where the link will be given for the styles with the href, where href means we are giving the link of the tag. That's it. As you know, right, href means reference. So first of all I have to create a one style dot css, any name you can write, as I said you, right? Oh, I have created a, sorry, I have created it in a file. We need a file name, right? So style dot css. See, HTML will be .html and CSS will be CSS. You no need of anything like quotations or anything or structure. You can directly use these things. So to use that, we will first have to, let me close the remaining classes components which we know in it. So here we have to link that one. So href means ./ you will get it the paths which we have here, and after that you will link the style.css. For example, it's in the another folder. Okay, for example, I have created like a css underscore files, and inside that file I have moved this one. Okay, now if you want to create the path, simple, nothing more than this, ./ you will get the folder name, and once you select the folder name you will get the file name what we have to select, and go ahead with that. So now you got CSS stylings link. So now we will learn about two attributes which are called class and ID. Class is nothing but to target particular h2. For example, we can give directly, see here, for example I will tell you, here we have LIs, right? So I will give LI tag, and inside that LI I need a background color which I set you before with a red. So if I go to the document, we don't need this. We have missed here one tag. It should target it. Oh, we have OL, right? So let me grab that. So we are giving it inside the OL tag, where LI tag will be inside the OL. Now as you can hover on this, you will see that in selector specification inside the OL whatever LI tags we have, we will give as a color as red, not background color as red. If you go here and check that, you should get the color as red. Let me check. This is the issue with the CSS, where we will use the bootstrap stream, that stuff, because we can't target everything in universally. Or else for confirmation whether we linked it or not. So now we will learn about what is the link and everything of this class. So for example, let's go, this is the path which I said, right? So let's remove it and keep it in the outside for now. We don't need this folder, so I am deleting it. And when we are moving it, we have to link it again. So here dot slash, oh, it's outside that folder, it should be inside that folder. So dot slash style.sss, and you will close the link. So that is one thing, how we are going to link it. And we can give the relation property. Relation is like a style sheet. Okay, oh, not this. So this is one style sheet what we can give it. So once we got the style sheet, and we can give a class and IDs which I told you before, so that once we have to go with and give here attributes as a class. For example, class equal to listings, and let me copy this and I want to paste it here, dot listings. So make sure whatever you are using it, a class should be in the dot format. So once I give color equal to red, somewhere we had, yeah, here we can see only the list of that particular color, only we have the red, even though we have multiple lists and everything. Let me split it. So for example, this class you can use, any times for any tags multiply. So for example, you want to get MERN stack and DevOps as a red color, and Salesforce and administration as a green color. So you will give it as a class here, and here you will give another class name, listings underscore green. Okay, so class name should be different if you want to apply for different classes and different stylings. So now when I go there and write here and remove this, make sure everything should be in a dot before dot for the class to identify the browser. So here I will write color green. So once you go there, you can check it, right? Somewhere we have missed it. Oh, okay, extra tag we got it. Now see, red, green, red and green. Excuse me. So this is how we will use a class. For example, if you give another one which I said as id, it is also same, but id will be only unique key, so that only for one thing you have to use. For example, if you give an id for both the things, here id and also here id, and if you apply it, it won't get applied, because it should be only the unique one what I said you before. Class you can apply for multiple things, but id you have to apply for only one thing. Now for example, id I have should be in a hash format, and also the id name as listings. We can give any name. For example, I will give as a course, so that to avoid the confusion, course, and here I will give as a color yellow. So color is yellow and green, and this one, and administration is this thing. So that is how we will give attributes for selecting selectors for class and id for each element individually whatever we need it. And in the class you can write anything, any format, whatever you need it, because it's a string type, and you can call that class in the external css. That is the what we will call as text color, which you have learned it is a color with what we are given here. So for example, I want a class for this one div with a background color of anything like orange or anything. So first I will write a class with write as a container. Let's make it as in small. So I will copy this and use class means dot, right? Dot container, and I will use here background color with color of orange. Now if I go there, I can see the background color of this one is orange. So for better looking, yeah, so this is orange, but I need that orange only for div, right? But you need different colors. You can give different stylings and everything, but you're not able to see the border, or there is no space between all these things, right? So these are the things which we will learn everything. For example, now let's make it as an black. Oh, not a black. Let's comment it and keep it so that you will understand what is border and border styles. So border is nothing but the container which we are giving it, right? So for example, I've given as a border solid. You can see there is a solid border color, style, line style, which is here, right? So if you want to, means we have so many styles in the border. So for example, if you want to give dashed, as you can see so many applications you will see it, right? Dashed, you can see the dashed things. Let me zoom it, you can check it, see the dotted lines. So if you want to write double, there is another one is like double means it will give the two lines for internally. As you can see, it will has the two lines. That is one thing. Let me reset. Okay, these are the types of the borders which we are giving it. And if you want any like a dotted line, or else any all the styles for all the four sides is different styles. For example, in the left side I need there is a dotted, and the lights top I need a dashed, and another side is a solid, and after that double. So if you give four sides as a four different styles, one second, border style, you have to give a style. So as you can see here, this is a dotted, and it is a solid, and this is double, and this is another dashed. So different styles and different one. That is how we will give a border styles. This is the one property which I am going to say. what is the border styles, and all the styles are that these are the 4 styles. We have multiple, but mostly we will use the solid only. Apart from that, dotted or dash, we won't use double also in the real time scenario. So for example, let make it as an border style as a solid for all the things. And so I will keep it as a solid thing, and now you can see the solid, right? So I want it should be in a different color. Okay, it's in a black, right? So I want the border, not the background, border color as another thing. You can use the border color, and whatever the color you needed, for example violet I needed it, you see the color will change for the border. You can write anything anywhere, using up the stylings. It depends upon our imagination and the designs which we get it from the client, how to use everything, properties and all the things. For example, the border width is small, so you can give border size. So you can give border width as a 10 pixel. Pixel means it is a value, how we will calculate centimeters, meters, like that. In like in stylings or pixel, we will use pixel or else rem or else em. So mostly we will use rem and pixel only. Em we won't use maximum. Okay, so for right now you can learn that 10 pixel, 10 is a number, and like that how centimeters calculated, the unit case is pixel for the stylings. So if you can see, it increases the width. If you give 100, it will increase the width of the border. See, this much border is there, like that. However, how much you need it, you can calculate it and you can do it. For example, I will keep it as a 5, and this is the 5. Okay, and now another thing which we can see is border radius. Now we learned about border color, border width and border styles, right? So now we will learn about the border radius. Border radius means this radius is there, right? How it is, that thing. So if I give border radius as 20 pixel, you can see the curves are the edges are made a smooth scroll. Okay, that is one usage of the border radius, what I'm trying to say. So radius means if you give like a percentage also we can give. For example, if you give 50%, it will be like this one. See, it will coming outside and it's an oval shape. If you increase the height and width of the what we have right here and height and width, for example, if you want div height as 500 pixel and width also 500 pixel, like a square shape, then if you increase the border radius of 50%, it will become as a circle. Okay, so if you want to test another thing outside the syllabus, I want to say, in real time, if you want to test whether it's giving the border radius, I want to change the color or you want to do it, means in the right side of the inspect you can see the styles, right? The styles which you given here will be shown from here. So if you want to increase means, or else you can select that one and use the up arrow or right arrow keys to decrease or increase it. See, when I'm decreasing the border radius, it's decreasing it, it's becoming into square. Or else if you want curved, you can check it. However design you need it, you can check that and you can go ahead it. Not only the height or width, if you don't want the color, once you refresh, it will be gone. That is another thing. If you don't want the color of this one, you can just uncheck the tabs whatever you needed it. So I want to uncheck the border radius of I, it will remove, and height as 150 and it is removed. So width also I don't need this much, it's removed. And border radius, so if you want to add it back, you can check that. Okay, that is how we can inspect the elements with the stylings of this one. And here we can check the HTML and here we can check the CSS. So that is how in the browser you can check and you can style according to that. Where always remember, in element section of inspect, where you have to go in the right click backside, or else you can use Ctrl plus Shift plus I, and go to the elements, where you can check here elements of the structure, and here the stylings of each structure. So these are the things which we have learned now. And what is margin and padding? Margin means nothing but, for example, I am giving here margin. Margin is nothing but the space which we need outside the div. For example, I have another div, okay, one parent div, let's assume one parent div I have, and everything what we have, everything is inside this div, okay. So that once I have the parent div and I have given as a parent, and once I will use, let me comment it for a while, and dot parent, because I have written as a class. So background color as, let's make it light dark hugging, and width is width and height I will increase it so that we can check it as a inside div. So I will give it as 700 and here is 700. So now you can see, right? Let me make it as a 5 pixel. Now see, this is the brown one is the this shade is the one div and this is another div. Let me add this for also, for here also, background color as blue, sky blue. See, this is the one div and this is the parent div. As you can inspect and you can check, or else you can go for the right side section, dock side, and you can check here. This is the parent div. Once you are hovering on it, it's highlighting, and inside that this is another child div. But you want it in the center where you don't have spacing and everything. So you can give the margin which is outside of this container. That is how we will give the stylings of margin 5 pixel, for example, let's assume. So once you give margin of 5 pixel, it's got somewhat space, but I need a somewhat distance, so I will give as margin as 100 pixel. So see, it came from here to there. Once you want to confirm, again go for the container size and hover on that, you will see this, right? Orange color on hovering, that is margin. Always in the browser the orange color will be the margin. So margin, it is there in the only top in all four sides, but uncheck it is going into the top. So I need margin only for left side, no need of right or bottom or top. So you can simply write margin hyphen right, you have that property. So sorry, it will be left, not right, I have missed it. So see, there is no upper space, no bottom space, and anything. On hovering effect you can see only the right side, left side is the margin. Similarly, if you want to make it this parent container as a somewhat left, so you can give margin same as for the parent, margin left 100 pixel. See, it moved from what, 100. When you hover on the parent, you can see left side margin of that parent div. So now you got all the stuff, but I need the margin for this one also. Means it is in the board edge, but I need training courses and MERN stack list, everything in the center. You can give margin for this one or else padding for that, all those things. First I will give the margin for the training course. For example, see, this is the OL tag where we will get it, right? So I will write ID for now, not a class, for a changeover. ID like order list. So I will copy this and use this as here, and order list, and I will use background color as, let's use any other color, any light color. So I will use yellow for now, and margin left because it's in the left, so 30 pixel. See, it came to the left. That is how you can do it. So but I need the space of this one div also, because it's somewhat MERN is above edge only, and here also administration is in the exact edge, but I need some internal space. If you need any internal space for the diving, you can use padding. So if you use padding here, padding same like padding left, top, bottom, everything will have, but padding means it will give the overall. So padding I will give as 5 pixel. So once I give padding, I will get an internal space. I want to increase it to another thing, you can give 40 pixel. See, we got internal space more for the OL. As you can inspect, see, padding will be in the green color and margin will be in the orange color. That's how you can learn about inspecting, and you can check what is padding and what is margin. Okay, that is one thing. Now what are the things we have pending is that we got everything, but what you want to know is what is box model. Box model is nothing but, let me explain you everything in detail. So for example, let me refresh this stuff. Command Z, open discard. Okay, so this is one parent container which we have given parent, right? This is the parent. Okay, and inside that you have inside here content, like anything, like whatever you needed it. For example, data, let's assume data or else text. So this is one text and this is the outer parent. So if you need this text internal spacing, which is called padding here, and external one which is called margin. So I can say this one, let's use orange color, this one is a margin of this internal container, and the internal one which we have of this before this text, which is called padding. So box model is nothing but, most important one they will ask in the interview, nothing but box model. You can check here for computed one. Here this is the content which we are getting from internal one. After that, this is the padding, internal space of the internal div. Then this is the border, what we are giving the border, and this is the margin. So box model is nothing but this one, margin, border, padding and internal div. So you can see in the computed one as a box model thing, and in the styles you can see the what are the styles applied for that, and in the elements you can check the what as the HTML text we are used. So I hope you got understood everything, what is the box model and what are the borders and background color along with all this stuff. So in the next class we will learn about linear gradients and also about the transformations and most advanced versions of animations with the CSS. Thank you.